Danse, okay, bonjour, hello, how is everyone today? Happy Tuesday. It is very, very cold here in Mulkinstis, and it's going to be even colder over the next few days. So please think of our brothers and sisters that are outside. If you can, take a look on the people that you know, make sure that they are warm and well. Okay, oh, Steph, I miss you. Oh, my sister. I guess I'm going to be just singing some strong women songs today. And so I'm really excited just to be here and to be present, and I'm just really thankful to everyone for joining me today. So today I think I'm going to be starting with a smudge. I know I kind of stopped smudging for a little while. Well, not smudging, I always smudge every day. But online I kind of stopped for a bit just because I've always been rushed, and plus I've been smudging at school, so it's been really, really fun. So I'm going to start by taking that off. And just to welcome everyone into the circle today, I wanted to share the welcome song, but also just acknowledge the land that I'm on, and really to make people, be present in where they are. We are all in such incredible places, and to really think about the history of the land that you're standing on, the connection of the land, what's brought you here, the people that have called this place home for thousands of years. It's just such a privilege and an honor and a gift to be present here. So I thank the Nitsutapi, or the Blackfoot of Siksika, Gaina, and Pagani. I thank the Sarsidane, or the Beaver people of Tsutsuna, and the Stoney Nakoda of Morley, which includes Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. I'm so very blessed to know so many elders and knowledge keepers, storytellers, and just people who connect to these places in such a meaningful way. Incredible artists who shared their inspiring stories about these places, and that connection to the land. I find art is just such a beautiful way to be able to create that presence and that sense of space and connection and belonging to the land that we're on. And this is why I'm very thankful to be an artist. And so, to welcome everyone here today, being Mulkinstis in Calgary, which is where I am, I wanted to share the Cree Welcome Song. Normally when we sing songs, we sing in rounds of 4, Dawn of the 4 Directions of the Medicine Wheel, but this song is a little different. We sing it in rounds of 3 to keep the circle open and welcoming, so everyone completes the circle today, because in a circle, we're all connected. There's no beginning, there's no end. No one is greater or less than anyone else in the circle, just like in the Hoop of Life. So it teaches us to honor each other for those differences. Because if we were exactly the same, the world would be super boring, nothing would ever get accomplished, and it would just be a terrible place to be. So I'm so thankful and grateful for everyone's gifts and everyone's differences. It teaches us to come into the circle without judgment and not to compare ourselves to someone else, but also to recognize that we might not see eye to eye 100%. But it's those moments that we can come together and find those compromises. That's where our communities become resilient and strong, and we see that growth. And so Miasin is the Cree Welcome Song. It is from the Naptahau family from Sturgeon Lake, and I'm always really, really thankful and humbled whenever I can share this song and sing this song. And I'm so thankful for that family for keeping this song alive. And the story behind this song, I feel like it does bring in our ancestors. It welcomes all of our ancestors into the circle. And it doesn't just mean welcome, it also means beautiful. And I've been singing all day, so my throat's a little scratchy, but that's okay. I'm glad to be singing again. Oh, it's doing that thing. All right, there we go. Sometimes my camera's temperamental. Miasin, miasen, hasemina, hasemina, e pentakote, niwagomagan, ota, Homa kitaskino miasen miasen hasemina hasemina e pentakote Niwagomaga skin ho miasen miasen hasemina hasemina epetakote niwago magan niwago magan ota oma kita skin oh. Hi, and welcome to the circle today. So like I said, I've been singing all day, so my throat's a little sore, and every time the weather changes, my throat always goes a little funky town. And so I just wanted to acknowledge what we're going to be smudging with today, and just how I lay out my medicines. I'm OG Crease, so I lay them out in the OG Crease style. So my medicine in the East is sweetgrass, which is that masculine medicine. It's just so beautiful. Smells amazing. I like how it just smells different to every person who smells it. I have a little pile here too because I was smudging with some sweetgrass earlier. But sweetgrass being the mind medicine, it connects us to our mental health. It connects us with our childhood because that's when we learn the most. And anytime we just want to lower our anxiety or help with well, I use it because I help it with people. It helps me with paperwork, but just to like clear your mind, calm your mind, help you remember information. That's a big thing. Then in the south we have this lovely cedar. Cedar is lovely. And cedar is that connection to our physical being, our physical body, the physical earth. We use it for grounding, we use it for healing. I should probably have some cedar tea before I go to bed tonight, just because I know with the weather getting as cold as it is, my throat is very sensitive to temperature changes. So, and cedar, even though it tastes terrible, it works great. In the west, we have sage, which is what we're going to be smudging with today. And so this is buffalo sage, which was picked up on Nose Hill, which I'm very thankful for. And I'm just going to add a little extra of this to the pile that I already have in the bowl. I scrunch it and then I roll it. So sage is the women's medicine. It's connected to water. It's connected to our emotions. It's connected to Grandmother Moon because, of course, she cycles the tides. And it really helps us with just emotional grounding if we're stressed. Actually, it's just really good in general just to bring everything back together and bring you back into your being. And then the last medicine we have is tobacco. I love being gifted tobacco. Very thankful for that. Tobacco being that sacred medicine. It's not a medicine that we take into our body, but it's a medicine that we use to gift to each other, to gift to the earth, and it's a symbolic medicine, so it helps us to honor spirit in a good way. And so that being said, all of those medicines, even if we're not using them, I always lay them out to honor the presence of them in our lives. Even those. So, and this is my beautiful shell, my pink one. And so the shell itself represents water. Whenever we put the medicine in the bowl, it represents earth. Oh, I really have to stop yawning so much. When we light it on fire, it represents fire, and then the smoke represents air. And so that being said, I'm going to go ahead and light it. My teachings are always light it with matches, never a lighter. Even if you only have a lighter, then light a sage stick and then light it, but don't put the lighter actually directly on it because it disrespects and dishonors the relationship that we have with Mother Earth. There's no right or wrong way to smudge. It's whatever feels good to you. I'm going to move it a little bit closer to me. Alright, the first thing I like to do is I just clean my hands in it, so anything I'm carrying I get rid of. I bring it over my body 4 times to honor the 4 directions in my being. I smudge my mind so I can think clearly and learn from every person that crosses my path. so I can remember to be open-minded and never rigid with my thinking, and so I can think all of the good thoughts. I smudge my ears so I can be open to hear all of the messages that Creator sends me. To remind myself we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak, but also so I can be open to hear true voices and intention of people. I smudge my eyes so I can see all of the beauty that surrounds me, to give thanks for my vision, so I can see the unseen, but also so I can see all the world fully and completely for what it is. I smudge my nose so I smell danger and nature and cookies. I smudge my mouth so I speak only true and kind words that are helpful and benefit mankind. I smudge my throat because I'm very thankful for my voice this lifetime, so I can continue to give voice to the voiceless as an activist. I was thinking today about the march that I have to organize in February and hoping that we have a beautiful night. I mean, it's a long way off February, but still, it was not last year, but the year before was very cold, and we did it during the day. I smudge my lungs to honor the sacred breath that we all share. I smudge my heart to remind myself to be kind and compassionate and show unconditional love to all those around me, to my family, friends, myself, and all my relations, including the guinea pigs that are making quite a bit of noise behind me. I smudge my stomach so all of the food that I eat this day will nourish my body in a good way. And to pray for abundance around the world for those that do not have it. I smudge my belly button because that's where our spirit is. That's where we're connected before we come into this world. And that's where our spirit speaks through us and to us. This is why our intuition is never wrong. It's our gut instinct, because that's where our spirit speaks through us and to us, and our ancestors as well. So don't ignore it, because you'll always regret it later. I smudge my womanhood because I'm very thankful to be a woman and a mother in this time, but also to carry 2 spirit teachings within me, and to honor that masculine of that balance of masculine and feminine within me. I smudge my shoulders and my back so I can honor the gifts and the responsibilities that Creator's gifted me and carry them with grace and humility. I smudge my arms and my hands so I can do the good work that Creator's put me here to do. I smudge my legs so I can walk this red road in a good way. And I smudge my feet so I stay grounded and connected to Mother Earth, treading lightly upon her and honoring her with every step. And then if there's anywhere else in your body you need a little extra love, about this time of year, my hips get really, really stiff. So I always smudge my hips a little extra this time of year. Especially this one. My right one's always giving me a lot more hassle. And if there's someone in your life that you want to smudge for, send them that love, that healing, that gentleness. And that could be mental healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing, or physical healing. But you hold them in your heart. As many of them as you can. And then send them that love. And then when you're all done, just say thank you in your language. So I would say hi, or magwitch, or marcy. Yeah. And I'm going to put that back. I'm going to let it burn out. So I've had a difficult few weeks. I've lost some people, and so I wanted to sing the healing song to begin today. The healing song is also known as the crying song or the wailing song, and in it you can hear the tears. We would sing this in ceremony all the time, but there's been so many elders that have brought it forward and said, you know, now is the time that we need to heal together as a community and as a society, and so it's important to share this song with our communities, with our society as a greater whole, with people who need it the most. And I think it's very dangerous cultural gatekeeping to keep some of these sacred teachings and gifts to people who really, really need it. And so a lot of the stuff that I teach and I shared, I've asked elders and knowledge keepers if I'm able to. And there's certain things I do not share online, and there's certain things that I do. And so I think it's really important to understand that difference. But with the healing song, it's a universal song, and it's not just Cree. I've heard it in other ceremonies as well. I've heard it in a Lakota ceremony. I've heard it in an Anishinaabe ceremony. I heard it once in a Mohawk ceremony, and I think it's really beautiful that, you know, those similarities exist, that that song has made it and it's been universally shared and altered and changed a little bit, but still the essence of the song is there, which is of healing, of coming together, and really being able to let things go and invite in the things that we need. And so the healing song, in it you can hear the tears. I always sing it in front rounds of 4, and I do it with that drum beat, which is the heartbeat of Mother Earth, because that's that heartbeat that connects each and every one of us. And so when we sing this, it's so that we can heal together fully and completely. I'm going to just move my chair out of the way here and have a quick sip of water. We sing it in 4 rounds, but the 3rd round, we actually stop drumming. And in that silence, we invite you to hold the people in your life that need healing. They could be people you know, people that you know of, or just the world itself. Whoever needs it, you can hold those people in your heart. And then when the drum beat kicks in, you just let that energy, let that intention out to the universe, and let the work that needs to be done, be done. And so this is the Cree healing song, or the crying song, or the wailing song. And so if tears come, let them come, because tears are healing. Hey, 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 oh, way high, way high, way high, oh, way high, way high, way high, oh, way high, way high, oh. Hey, 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 oh, way high, way high, way high, oh, way high, way high, way high, oh, way high, way high, oh. Hey, hey, oh, way high, way high, way high, oh, way high, way high, way high, oh, way high, way high, oh. Hey, hey, oh, way high, way high, way high, oh, way high, way high, way high, oh, way high, way high, oh. I wanted to share another song, the Mother Song. I know a lot of really beautiful people who have lost mothers recently, and I wasn't able to come to a couple of their funerals, one because it was in BC, one because it was in Edmonton, the other because it was in Quebec, but I want to send my love to their families, and I couldn't imagine not being there for my children, and so I could only imagine how hard it is for my own kids, let alone for their families and their children. And so I'm sending that love and that gentleness and that healing to all of those families who have lost people. And so this song is the Mother Song. I just really do love this song, and so in it, it's that mother calling out and that child calling back, and eventually that child gets further and further and further, but it's because they can stand on their own 2 feet, and it's really about acknowledging that healing that we do. We get that base and that strength from that unconditional love that maybe we might not feel every day, but we have to know that it's in our hearts and in their hearts. And even after they leave us, their love is still here. This song also was taken because of the residential schools, and there was a lot of parents and grandparents that didn't get a chance to raise their grandkids and their kids. And so this is for them. Even though that love was present and they couldn't be present in their child's life because of institutional circumstances, that love and that intention was still there. And it's really about acknowledging that healing, knowing that that past already happened. We can't change it. All we can do is learn from it and move forward and heal together in a good way. The word is together. We can do this together. And so this is the mother song. I learned it from my friend Lacey. This is a song from an elder in Sault Ste. Marie. So this is an Anishinaabe song. I'm going to have another sip of water. It's very dry in my basement. honor song for those friends of mine that I have lost and family members. It's been quite sudden. It's only been over the last few weeks, and so, but you're in my heart, and this is the best way I know how to honor them. So this is the Anagea, which is the Women's Honor Song. It is from Joan Henry. She's a Arapaho Cherokee, and I'm just really thankful for her bringing this song forward and allowing it to be shared in such a beautiful way. It's always really important that when you share a song that you know where it came from, even if it's just the story behind it, even if the person who shared it, just knowing that background makes such a huge difference in the way that that song sits in your being. Knowing the person definitely helps it settle even more. So some people are like, oh, I can't remember that song. I'm like, well, but did you hear the story of it? Once you learn the story of it, then you start to learn the song a little bit better. And so this song is really about that pulse that's within each and every one of us. That pulse to nurture, that pulse to take care, that pulse of, that divine sacred, that divine feminine that runs through each and every one of us. That beautiful pulse of Mother Earth and Mother Nature, and that way that even when we pick up a baby, we instinctively know how to comfort it, just through that bouncing and that pulsing. And it's really just about honoring those beautiful nurturers in our life, those caregivers in our lives. Even if they're not there by blood, they're there in spirit and in heart. So this is the Women's Honor Song, Anakea. Anagea, weha weha, weha no weha weha we, we ah Anagea, weha weha, weha no weha weha we, we ah we no way no way. We no way we are. We no way we oh hey we are. We high we high we high we are. Anagea, we ha we are. We ha no way we ha we are. We are we are. We no way no way. We no way we are. We no way we oh hey we are. We high we high we high we are. Anagea, we ha we are. We ha no way we ha we are. We we are we are. We no way no way. We no way we are. We no way we oh hey we are. We high we high we high we are. Anagea, we ha we are. We ha no way we ha we are. We are we are. We no way no way. We no way we are. We no way we oh hey we are. We high we high we high we are. Anagea, we ha we are. We ha no way we ha we are. We are we are. We no way no way. We no way we are. We no way we oh hey we are. We high we high we high we are. Anagea, we ha we are. We ha no way we ha we are. We are Anagea, we ha we are. We ha no way we ha we are. We are we are. We are. Thank you so much, my sister. I miss you. Congratulations to the baby on starting kindergarten. Next song I'm going to sing is the Strong Woman song to really honor all those incredible women and femme and ancestors in front of us and behind us who are walking with us. So this is the Anishinaabe Ojibwe Strong Woman song. It used to be known as the turtle song because when we look at a turtle's back, it has those 13 bumps to represent the 13 moons in a year and the 28 ridges along the outside to represent those the 28 days in a moon cycle, which is just such a gift because the moon cycles the tides, which is water, and water is life. But also we have, as women, those moon cycles as well. So it's a gift to be able to carry those within us, and it just really reflects that sacredness. And oftentimes people are like, well, what if I don't have a baby? Does that make me less sacred? And I'm like, no, no, no. That cycle is there to remind you that you are sacred. It's the cycle of nature, not necessarily just to give life in that way, but to bring together community, to really acknowledge how you do bring together community, how you nurture your community just by being present, how we are the leaders and the warriors in our community. And a warrior is someone who stands up for what's right, who takes care of your friends and takes them on as family. That's a warrior. And that's really takes a lot of strength to be able to heal and to be able to break cycles of intergenerational trauma, to be able to break cycles within your own self and your own family. That's true strength. And so it just made sense that this song was brought forth as the women's Strong Woman song. And yeah, it's just a blessing to be able to sing it. I sing it with heartbeat, which is that women's beat. It's that honor beat. It is that beat that connects each and every one of us, that heartbeat. And yeah, I step up to symbolize rising above. As we come together as women and as community, we can rise above any situation. I'll have another quick sip of water. Warrior song. And the Women's Warrior is from the West Coast, and so it was brought forth during AIM to honor grandmothers who'd been taken into custody for no reason other than to stop the protests. We didn't stop the protests, but it actually made them more intense. So way to go, RCMP. But when the women were released, they sang this song to really honor that warrior spirit and those grandmothers. And a warrior is the one who keeps those home fires burning. It's the one who steps into those roles and takes care of community, takes care of family, takes on family and members and responsibilities that might not be their own, but that are important because you really want to be the change that you want to see in your community, in your family, and in the world. And so that's truly what this song honors and really represents. We sing it for the murdered and missing Indigenous women, girls and Two-Spirit people, but all people, really, all those who need a warrior, the families who are standing up for justice, the women who continue to march and organize those marches so that those families can speak and can be heard, and those marginalized voices can be heard loud and clear. I think that's such a beautiful gift to be able to share that. So it's about supporting each other, and that's what a true warrior is. So this is the Women's Warrior song. We honor the women who have gone missing off Hastings Street in Vancouver, but all across Turtle Island and the world. So this is the Women's Warrior song. And this is not my drumstick. My drumstick broke today while I was drumming with kids. So now I'm using a makeshift one for right now. And so the next song that has been in my head, I got to sing it a couple of times today, but it is the Raven song. The Raven teaches us about humility. It teaches us not to take ourselves too seriously, because of course the Raven still laughs at himself all the time. But the Raven took himself too seriously and got burned by the sun. But that was his own choice. He flew right into the sun, where he knew he shouldn't be because he was trying to prove a point. And he sure proved something else. So in the song, you'll hear woo, the third round as the Raven falls out of the sky. But then he learns his lesson, so we get a little higher with the last verse. But this is the Cherokee Cree, because it's Cherokee as well as Cree, the Cherokee Raven song. And I learned it from my cousin Damien, who is down in the States, and I'm really thankful for him sharing this song, because I heard it online and I was like, I know this. Why do I know this? And then I reached out to the video is down now, but when he posted the video, I reached out to him and I was like, I feel like I know this song. I really want to learn this song. Can I share this song? Can you please tell me the story behind this song? And he's like, well, first off, where are you from? And I said, well, I'm from Muskeg Lake. He's like, what's your family? And I was like, Gray Eyes. He's like, okay, cousin, you can definitely learn this song because it's a family song. And so, yeah, it's just a gift to be able to have those family songs starting to come back to me piece by piece, so that I can share them in a good way. So this is the Raven song. This song has become my youngest son, Lyndon's favorite song. It used to be the Bear song, now it's the Raven song.
And so this next song, talking about reclaiming songs, this song is called the Creator Song. And this song was shared with me from my friend Liz. They wanted to exchange a song with me because they wanted me and my son to sing on their album, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then afterwards, she's like, I have a song for you, and then she shared this, and it was like the first time I heard it, I was like, whoa, I know this song. I felt it in my bones, in my heart, in my spirit, in my muscles, in my blood. Like I felt it, and it stuck in my mind like right away. And most of the time, learning songs, especially Blackfoot songs, they just don't stick. I know one Blackfoot song because I just can't remember any of the other ones. But this song really stuck with me, and so I learned it really, really quickly. And the moment I learned it, I went and I shared it with my great aunt who was in care. And as I was starting to drum and sing with the song, she started to sing with me, and I was like, Auntie, how do you know this song? And she's like, how do you know this song? This is our family song. It's been missing for 40 years. And so, and I broke down and I cried because it really shows when you're on the right path, those songs will make their way home. And so this is the Creator Song. It teaches us that we're not above or below creation, we're part of it. And so really to just honor that wave, honor wherever the universe takes us, or, you know, if you want to call it creator or spirit or God, Buddha, Allah, whatever you call it, that universe is pushing us in the right direction, that energy is pushing us in the right direction. And it's to remember that we're a sacred being of creation, just like everything else. And that's really what this song honors and represents. So, yeah, this is... Whew. Oh, thank you so much, Lizette. I miss you. We gotta have coffee soon. Or tea, actually. Tea. I want some of your honey. Yeah, so this is the Creator Song. So I was thinking my aunt, she passed away recently as well, and I still feel her with me whenever I sing, so I'm so, so thankful. Yes, me con tawino, kise koko tawino, weo heyo haweyo, weo heyo haweyo, weo heyo It's about courage. It's about strength. I'm thinking a lot about the bear because the last time I saw him, he wasn't quite ready for this cold, so I'm not quite sure what was going on. I'm hoping that in those last few moments, those last few weeks since I saw them, that they fattened up real good and they're in hibernation real deep because it is very cold outside. And so, yeah, I just wanted to honor the courage of the bear, the strength of the bear, the leadership of the bear, the guidance of the bear, because it teaches us how to be ourselves. It teaches us how to be present, how to be courageous and stand up for what's right in our community, how to support our community in a good way, how to be ourselves, really, because you are essential. You're an essential part of your community, so never doubt who you are. What's that? You're so funny. You're gonna kill me. She said she's fattened up sufficiently for the winter. I'm like, I think I'm getting there. Isn't that the whole point of Thanksgiving? Is just to fatten us up for the winter? Not American Thanksgiving. That whole point is colonization. But our Thanksgiving is really about feasting and gathering. Yeah, the bear teaches us what to eat and what not to eat. So this is the Anishinaabe Bear Song. And I've learned it from many, many different people. And there's many different versions floating out there, so I share more of a community in a children's version. Has it already been almost an hour? That's amazing. So I want to share one last song. This is the traveling song. It's so that we can have a beautiful week ahead. I know we're kind of inching closer to the holidays, and I know everybody's getting a little excited. I know I'm excited for a break because I have been working nonstop for the last while, but I love it. I love what I do, and so it doesn't feel like work. So I'm really, really blessed. So far, I've only taken time off for less than a week because I was sick. But other than that, I never took time off. And so this is the traveling song. This song I learned from my elder Sharon Prue Turner, and it's such a beautiful song. It always reminds me of her. And when she passed away, I never thought I'd hear this song again. And then fast forward to a few years later, I was working with High Performance Rodeo, and I was helping as an Indigenous liaison. I was helping all of these wonderful shows, and one show in particular, they had a lot more need for me. So it was gathering youth, it was gathering elders, it was gathering, and helping run these workshops and being able to be present at every show, but also to be able to help. And they were asked, hey, you're a drummer, right? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. They're like, do you think you can learn a song and help us share it every night? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So they started to sing the song, and I just broke down and I started bawling. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I know this song. And then I explained this was my elder's song, and she's passed, and I never thought I'd hear it again. And so it was like hearing her voice, and it was like hearing her reassurance that I was on the right path. And so I'm so thankful to Ashley and Yolanda for bringing that song home, and for my elder Sharon Turner for her guidance. Every time I think I'm doubting myself, there's always that little voice, or that little that thing that just crosses my path, and I'm like, okay, Sharon, I hear ya, I hear ya. And so, yeah, this is the traveling song. Thank you so much. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Way 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 hey ya, ho. Hi everyone, Miigwech. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a beautiful week ahead. Stay warm if you're in Mulkinstis. If you're somewhere tropical, send the warmth here. We need it. But I'm just with so much grateful gratitude. Yes, that's a thing. With so much gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next week. I will attempt to stay warm. My remote car starter doesn't work, and so what's the point of having a remote car starter if it doesn't work? So, Miigwech, everyone. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful week, and I will see you next week.